Hello everyone, hope you're all doing okay. A bit of a quick one here really, a little bit of a rant and a little bit of a sort of public service announcement, if you will. I just want to say, look, I say this in so many of my videos, but I'm not an expert, okay? I'm not a qualified gambling counsellor. And this is why, in most of my videos, you will see in the description underneath, I put links to professionals. I put links to Gam Care. I give links to Gam Stop so you can prevent yourself from gambling online. I also link to the Samaritans for those people who are really suffering with bad mental health off the back of gambling. And yeah, I provide all these links, and I consistently encourage people who have a problem with gambling to go and get the right help. Okay, and I've said it once and I'll say it repeatedly. I am not a professional. The advice, the words that come out of my mouth are my opinions. They're stories from my experience. They're what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me. You know, I am not a qualified gambling counsellor. I am an overweight Essex bloke who's nudging 40, who has a gambling problem, and after many unsuccessful attempts at quitting, seems to be doing all right with it. All right, so I can tell you from my experience what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, and what I find is working for me at the moment. What I can't do and what I won't do is give you the proper textbook, Gamblers Anonymous, GamCare official party line response to every question regards gambling. They are the professionals. They will give you the right answer. I won't give you the right answer. I will give you my answer. I will give you my opinion. If you ask a question in the comments and say, Phil, what's your opinion on this? I'll give you my opinion on that. What I won't do is I won't just, come out and regurgitate the proper, accepted, gamble-free answer. There are huge amounts of brilliant advice out there. Huge amounts of brilliant advice. There's some great people, who adhere very much more to the textbook way of quitting gambling, the textbook way of abstinence and of gambling recovery. There's some fantastic people. Andy Margate, for example, right? Brilliant guy, lovely bloke, and he's helped so many people. He is very much by the book, on how to quit gambling. I'm not telling you how to quit gambling. I'm telling you that I am quitting gambling, and this is what I've done so far. All right, so if you want, a cut and paste answer to your questions, then go to the professionals. And I recommend you do that anyway. If you've genuinely got a problem, go and speak to the professionals. I make videos documenting my recovery. I make videos giving little hints and tips here and there, that might help people. I make videos to maybe help people who aren't quite ready to talk to a professional, aren't quite ready to go to their first GA meeting, and are just sort of sitting there in desperation and thinking, what shall I do? Hopefully they might click on one of my videos, and hopefully it might give them some help as to, how to begin their recovery. And then when they're ready and when they're ready to face up to it, they can then go on and get the professional help that maybe they need. That's what I'm trying to do. Now, thankfully, I get loads of messages, and I love it, from people saying, thank you, Phil, you've helped me so much. Particularly at the moment, I'm getting loads of messages from people saying, I've binge watched your videos. Sorry about that, but of course there's not a lot else to do at the moment, is there? But people binge watching my videos, people who have just come off the back of a bad loss, and maybe they're, just online still, and they're just looking for something, and they've stumbled across one of my videos, and people are saying, look, this has helped. And that's brilliant. I love to hear it, and I really appreciate the feedback. And I would always recommend people go and get professional advice. Now, I know that's come across as a bit of a rant, but I've just had a bit of it recently. I've had, someone who was saying, that I was basically in the bookie's back pocket because I was there saying that I believe that by and large, and let's not go back into this, that fob teas are random, that somehow I'm licking the arse of the bookies because I'm suggesting that fob teas are random. I'm not suggesting, that you go and you fucking play the fob teas. Fob teas are evil. They're probably the worst kind of gambling. Not just in so much as they're so accessible and, they're on every high street and they're so easily, it's such an easy way in to high stakes gambling. But also because the RTPs are crap. The games are just watered down rubbish versions of online casino games. So no, I would never ever recommend you go to the bookies. I'd never recommend you play the fob teas. And I am consistently 100% normally against banning anything. Right, but if there was legislation that came out to ban fob teas, then I would be right behind it, because I think the link between them and the social damage they cause is so strong, it's so clear cut, that actually it would be hard to justify not banning them in that instance. I've had someone today who's basically, off the back of my poker video, pretty much accusing me of being in denial myself. Now I'll address that one first, mate. If I was in denial, okay, would I have spoken to my family about my gambling? Would I have spoken to my wife about my gambling? Would I be speaking, would I have opted of my own free will to come onto YouTube and speak to a whole load of strangers in 100% an honest way about my gambling? That doesn't strike me as a man who's in denial. He accused me of being in damage limitation mode rather than abstinence mode. Now, I haven't gambled on anything in the last 10 months. It would be a lot longer, except there was a relapse, which, believe it or not, I documented right here on my channel, because I'm being open and honest and not in denial. He also then accused me of encouraging people to play poker, and that I maybe, watching my videos might be dangerous because people might think it's okay to go and play poker. No, again, someone asked me a question, I gave my honest, true opinion about it. I didn't give the official party line. Now, a lot of you might have noticed that I don't start my videos by saying, my name's Phil, I'm a compulsive gambler, and when my last bet was. Nothing wrong with doing that. Again, Andy Marget, who's a great voice and a great source of information and advice and help for a lot of people, he does that. Trevor Rainsford, who also makes great videos here on YouTube about his recovery, he does that. That is the GA way. It's the accepted way. I don't do that. Why? Because I don't like counting days. Okay, I don't think day counting is particularly beneficial to me. Now, that might prove to be wrong. Maybe that was the one thing that would have prevented me forever gambling again, and maybe I'll have a massive relapse. I don't know. But for now, all I'm doing is documenting my recovery, what's working for me, what's not working for me, and hoping that the few little tips I picked up along the way, I can pass on to people who maybe are in a similar position, maybe a bit further down the path, maybe haven't even started contemplating giving up gambling yet, but maybe, just maybe, it'll help a few people. And thankfully, from all the comments I've been getting, it is helping people, and people are actually really getting something from my videos. And to those people, thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. My next video won't be so ranty. I just wanted to clear up, look, this is my channel, these are my opinions. I ain't an expert, I ain't a counsellor, I'm not responsible for people's gambling who watch my videos, but I do hope I can help as much as possible. I'll reply to every comment I get, I'm always here. Drop me a message. If you want to talk about anything, ask me a question and I'll give you an honest answer, but I promise you it won't be a cut and paste one directly out of the GA handbook. It will be my answer, my opinion, and as always, it will be 100% honest. Take it easy, everyone. Speak to you soon. Cheers.